the beat.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy has.
It's not really. It is the beat. Right. Idiot.
I've done my best. It's hard, you know. That's real tough.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz.
There is no investigation. This boy has.
It's not really. It is the beat. But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys. But I have to.
There is no investigation.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her. But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
Welcome to the lab. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. This is the second part of the scheduled doubleheader for the lab today. How's everybody doing this evening? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And we're going to go over a couple things really that I just kind of learned about not that long ago. And it's really interesting to hear, and we will take some calls as well. But it is really interesting to hear what the calendar man, Tim Mullins, has been putting out there. I wasn't going to talk much about the shots or whatever his goal was by releasing a statement for TBI on behalf of TBI, but not co-signed by TBI or law enforcement. His pretentiousness reaches new levels. And he takes his job very serious. His self-appointed job. I find him so odd the way that, his head, his little evil head pops up, and it just so happens to come right after Chris McDonough was on on Court TV talking about Summerwell's case. Coincidence? I think not. Now, does he say anything directly about Chris or the interview room? No, not necessarily. But he does say something and that we all kind of know who his targeted audience is and was. And you know what? I need to pull it up because I really, let's see, where is that on? I think I have it on my phone here. Let me see. I'll read it to you here. Because it's quite endearing. as normal. Yeah, he does a great job of expressing himself. I mean, it's just like, he's just a turd. Tim Mullins, the turd. No offense, Tim. But I just really don't understand why he does this. Other than the same things that he says about us are the same things that we should say about him. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Now, so here we go. Okay, let's just talk about it. So basically what he says is that nobody besides TBI or law enforcement is qualified to talk about the Summer Wells case. Flat out. And that anybody that is doing it besides law enforcement or him apparently is wasting their time. That's right. We're YouTubians. So somehow, some way, Tim has brought it upon himself to tell us to back down, stand down, and I just don't think that that's going to happen. He accuses us of fumbling with the investigation. He says that we're in TBI's way. We don't know what we're talking about. And he said, quote unquote, people who have done so much for this case clearly haven't, which is a direct shot at Chris McDonough of the Interview Room. And I think the reason that he's probably upset with him is because Don and Tim are buddies. And if, Chris has anything to say about it, then Don will be put under the jail. Now, I would also challenge Mr. Mullins, the calendar man. I would also challenge him by saying, what the hell have you done? Where are you getting your information from? Is TBI telling you that people like Chris are fumbling the investigation? Did TBI tell you to come out and make this statement? Is that what you're telling me? Because if you have those emails of saying, hey, will you really, law enforcement's talking about you, Tim. They're talking about you. And the reason I know this is because I have seen the correspondence between McDonough and law enforcement when it comes to this case. I've seen it personally. I've seen the emails back and forth. I've read them. I've seen them. What about yours? So if your whole statement that you let out to say that, blah, 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 nobody should get involved except TBI and it doesn't matter how big somebody's channel is or how many views they have, which is a direct shot at the Interview Room again. Well, I've seen him. I've seen him. I know the kind of help they're looking for. And I know who's helping them. And I know whose help they want. And it's not yours. It's not yours. You do not speak for TBI or the FBI or KFC or IFC, ABC. I don't know. TBN, Trinity Broadcasting Network, HBO. Matter of fact, Tim, you don't even speak for Candace.
He's trying to say that he's the meteor for our family, but I don't. Well, why do you need a meteor for my family?
Candace wants nothing to do with you. Can you imagine Candace Wells questioning your involvement in this? Like, she doesn't have any clue what you do. And you would think, her being the biological mother of Summer, that you might stay in contact with her more than you have.
He's a lost cannon.
Couldn't have said it better myself. The media manager who doesn't talk, but you're not TBI or law enforcement's media manager. You're not their media manager. You're not our media manager. You're not privy to what we have been. So if you think that we're screwing up the investigation, I would say it's the complete opposite. Matter of fact, Tim, I'll tell you who's screwing up the investigation. It's your best friend, the alleged sexual predator, Dawn Wells and Candace Wells, who have lost their children physically and removed by the state. Tim, what the hell are you doing here? And don't tell me it's because you have a bleeding heart that for some reason you just wanted to help, that people needed help. You tried to do the same thing in the Michael Vaughn case, and you got publicly shamed out of it for reaching out to somebody that you had no business reaching out to. But that's what you do. That's what you do. And matter of fact, it was really playful for a while. I thought it was, I thought it was really playful, but like, you're a realtor, dude. Go sell a house. What is it that you do? You sell homes and you're now a spokesman for TBI? The only people that are screwing this investigation up is your camp. That's your team. And they're not helping at all, which screws up the investigation even more. Now, I don't know what you have to do with this. I don't know why you think that anybody would care when you ask people to stand down. I certainly don't care at all. And the way that you come after respected people that are actually trying to help in this case. What good did it do you to sit down at your computer right after you watch Court TV and saw Chris lay out scenarios and lay out just thinking through this case, what is happening. Tim, if you know something, which you seem to pretend that you do, if you know something, why don't you tell law enforcement? Why these public releases? I know you don't like the police or McDonough or whatever. I don't care. But to say things like he's not helping, he hasn't been asked to help, brother, I've seen it. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I looked at it. You're lying. It's a lie. What you're saying is a flat out lie. You're not telling the truth. You're just making stuff up. Who are you talking to on the phone, Tim? Let's see your correspondent. They probably tell you to go back to the, I don't know, an open house that you're trying to sell somebody else's house for them. I don't know. You're a realtor calendar guy. You're not a spokesman for this case. But yet every time anybody wants to get a little bit close or gets a little too close for comfort, Tim, and I know you sit there with that smug little look on your face while you watch this show, and I know you watch. We've talked. I've invited you onto this show many times, and yet you make yourself look worse and worse by inserting yourself and saying things that just aren't true. They're just not true. So I'm just curious as to what TBI has told you, or did you just take that upon yourself unsolicited? Here we go. Press release, TBI, FBI, Sheriff's Department. They don't like you either. They don't like you either. Hinder the help. I mean, that's really what we're talking about here, is hindering help. No, I did not sign an NDA. Nor would I ever, because if you know something, then you're going to say something, right? Like I wouldn't sign anything first I wouldn't even go to their house, let alone talk to them or, Yeah, sorry about the E and Josh, have some water, brother. I'm good. I'm fantastic. I enjoy talking about this guy because nobody, like, he's kind of like Tang. Like nobody really knows like what his use is, but he just kind of shows up every like 7 to 8 years for, I have no clue where this guy has got the audacity to sit there and claim to be the spokesman for the Wells or TBI for that matter. And before you release your next press release, that's what you were trying to do. Like, you're in good with law enforcement, that you're working hand in hand with law enforcement. Your website sucks. You're a realtor. But it's not okay for McDonough to go on Court TV and share his thoughts and opinions when his expertise actually does count for something. What do you do?
He's trying to say that he's the meteor for our family, but I don't. Well, why do you need a meteor for my family? Like, he's a lost cannon.
And he is a lost cannon. He is a lost cannon. And he is the meteor manager. I mean, it's a little much, Tim. It's a little much. Nobody's asking your opinion. Nobody's seeking your opinion. Nobody cares. So your little press release, as nice as it was and as well written as it was, you know, with your nice little commas and dots and exclamation points and carefully, you know, I spelled your name wrong in this because that's how much I care about you. But you've had it out for people that actually want to help in this case from day one. And I don't know why. I couldn't tell you a good reason why. But I've offered for you to come on the show. You never do. You're just like, nope, I like to just play back until somebody does something that you don't like. And then you go and I'm guessing you like peck. You're the way that you type. I was going to say like you're a pecker, but it came off wrong. Cause like a peck, like a keyboard pecker. I don't even, a keyboard pecker. I mean, it sounds pretty good to me. But yeah, man, I don't even know. I don't even know why you say this stuff.
He's trying to say that he's the meteor for our family, but I don't. Well, why do you need a meteor for my family? Like,
yeah, a keyboard peckerhead. Seriously, like he sucks. And especially for somebody who's quote unquote the media manager. Well, you've done an awful job calling yourself that. Because Dawn and Candace ran rampant all over YouTube for months and months and months. Obviously not listening to a word you say. None of your NDAs held up. Everybody basically laughed and looked at them when they're like, pfft. People were posting your NDAs. They're posting your NDAs, and I don't know why they did that. Oh, it's because nobody cares. Tim, I'm telling you, man, if TBI has sent you to tell us to be quiet and stop talking, is that an email that you could care to share? I don't think there's any confidential information on there. We're not allowed to speculate. We just have to keep quiet. That's what we have to do. We're not allowed to discuss it. Come on, Tim. I mean, you're better than that. No, well, I don't know if you are or not, nor do I care. But you got to know that, like, putting that statement out there like that, you were going to get some backlash. You were going to get some backlash, and fair enough, right? I thought so. Thank you, Kimberly, for that. I appreciate that so much. Somebody says, I don't think his name's Jim Goad, but I've heard that before. But no, I don't think it is. I don't think it is Jim Goad. But let me see here. Tim, come on, Tim. I mean, it's just foolish. It's just foolish. We're gonna open up. Let's see here. Go ahead and open up the phone line. Let me know what you think is going on here. Why now, Tim? Court TV was your breaking point? Run out of calendars to produce? I mean, it's just, stupid. It's stupid. Jim Goad and Tim Mullins probably. Jimmy the Mechanic. What is that? Oops. Well, let me undo this here. Jimmy the Mechanic. I don't even know who that is. The number's at the bottom of the screen, 888-976-7521. Let me know what you think about this. I think I've said keyboard pecker before. I didn't mean to. I'm not a hateful, I don't know. Somebody told me I need to drink some water. We'll save it for Jerry Springer show. Yeah, saving it for something. What do we got here? 14. And again, the number is 888-976-7521. And I believe it is open now. So get in while you can. Let's see. Only established. I'm having a ball.
He's trying to say that he's the meteor for our family, but I don't. Well, why do you need a meteor for my family? Like,
yeah, I agree. It's a weird thing to want to do. Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I am, and then sometimes I really just find it completely insulting to think that obviously he had a person in mind that he wanted to talk about, and not having the stones to just come out and directly confront that person or wanting to talk to them in any way, shape, or form. What he does is he just kind of throws a little bit of shade or a lot of shade or whatever you want to say. And, it's obvious who he was talking about. But I know to the contrary. I know that it's not true, that the person that he is talking about is being asked to help. And, I've seen it. What I haven't seen is Tim Mullins with his letter from TBI saying, "Hey, Tim, can you release a statement for us? Can you release a statement?" No. Nobody asked you to do that. Nobody asked you. And I would say that Chris has, 100 times more right to be involved in the investigation than you. And by the way, we all agree that law enforcement should be the one that handles this. None of that has ever been disputed. I'll never dispute that. But they also ask for the help of the public. Right? I believe so. I believe they have. But you're the problem, in my opinion, and Candace is the problem, and Dawn is the problem. And for some reason, you're best friends with Dawn. And that really still blows my mind. I'm not really sure what the relationship is there. I don't know. It would all be speculation, and you've told people to not speculate because you're the end all be all. And I understand, you're the man, you're in charge. Nobody else should even get near this investigation. Don and Candace are your clients.
he's trying to say that he's the meteor for our family, but I don't. Well, why do you need a meteor for my family? Like, he's a lost cannon. He's a lost cannon.
The reviews are in. If that was a Yelp review, those 3 right there, you'd be out of business.
He's trying to say that he's the meteor for our family, but I don't. Well, why do you need a meteor for my family? Like,
No, I really don't think that Tim is going to call in, but he's more than welcome to.
he's a lost cannon.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. He is a lost cannon. 1-888-976-7521 is the number. I don't think let's take a look. Does Tim Mullins vestigial, sorry. I was like, what the heck? No, he does not have a twin, but he might. Lucifer. That was mean. I'm sorry, Tim. I'm acting childish. I'm acting childish, Tim. But I just don't understand why. Why is it like this? Why are you acting this way? Why now? Why the what do you hate so much about people trying to help? You're a lost cannon, dude. You're a lost cannon. Now, you might be better, or you might be a little smarter than Don. Maybe. I don't know if you are or not, but probably not. Give me 1 second here. Go ahead. You're on the air, caller.
Hey, Josh. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. This is Ricky Beavers. I listen to you a lot, and I listen to Chris Madonna when all this took place with Summer Wells, and his interview with Don and Candace and all that. But the problem I don't understand is how come Hawkins County has not arrested these two people for neglect on these children? And what is the problem there? I mean, help me figure that out, because I don't understand that.
So, I mean, it is a question that gets asked all the time, and that, people do have trouble understanding. My best guess would be that they're working in conjunction with, the child CPS now, and they're waiting for that. Now, the holdup, I don't know. And in the case of Cody Bigsby up in, I believe one of the Carolinas, I believe it is. I can't remember which one. The father is thought to have murdered the young boy, but he also admitted to neglect openly. And now he's been charged with neglect by like leaving little kids at home and things like that. Now, Candace didn't admit to anything like that. She never would. Okay, she's too smart when it comes to like ditching CPS and the police. She didn't say anything that implicates her in the crime or the disappearance of Summer. So, I mean, until the reports are turned in over to law enforcement or the district attorney or whatever, they won't move. They won't move on it. Now, what's the holdup? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm assuming, and it's just an assumption, that they're still looking for the young lady's body for little Summer.
Sure, I understand that. No, I listen to Chris, and Chris is a very intelligent man, and he knows what he's talking about. Just like with the Susan Moorfield case there, when they arrested him, Barry, and he got off scot-free. That blew my mind.
Well, he's not off scot-free, but they did. They did back down, and they can refile at any time, but I think they felt that they're by the blows of the judge, kind of ruling against the prosecution in certain situations, they thought maybe, hey, like, let's see if we can go gather some more evidence or hopefully, because they said that they feel like they're close to finding a body. I don't know if that was a stalling tactic. So Barry for now is quote unquote off the hook, but he's not going to be off the hook for that long. I don't think so. I think that they at some point will refile charges, and they should.
Right.
They should.
Okay.
But yeah, I know what you mean. The justice system is weird. Each department works different. These small towns like this, they're not used to working these kind of cases. They're just not. Detective Pruitt's a detective, but he's not a homicide detective.
Right.
They
need someone. They need to get a detective that does stuff like that, not just anybody. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you got your detectives and you got your regular police officers. They need to get somebody that knows all about that. So somebody that's just not up to date with that. I understand where you're coming from on that. But hey, Josh, I am totally blind, by the way, and I've been wanting to help. I'm an uprising country music singer. I have a website, rickybeavers.com, and I like to help if I can, a way that I can to help Chris to be able to raise money to help make more money for Summer Wells or Cold Case, whatever. I like to get involved with that and put on a show and try to get I want you to pass that along to Chris. And I just want to tell you that my email is at ricky.beavers436 and there's any way I could help us raise money. And I was thinking about getting all the YouTuber people together and everybody to give for that cause, and if I could be of help, I'd love to be. And I'd like you to pass that along to Chris for me.
I certainly will. Why don't you, I'll reach out to you. I'll send you an email. That's very nice and thoughtful of you. And, the Cold Case Foundation is a very worthy place to help raise money for. And so,
and I like to help raise money for Summer Wells. That's what I really want to do, because they saying they run out of money to do things they need to do. And I know Dave Radar, they call him. They go on donations and stuff, and you never can have enough money to do what a person needs to do. Because I do want this little girl found.
Yeah,
I hear so many stories. I just don't know what to believe no more.
It's tough. It's tough knowing that there is so many different stories out there. But I appreciate your phone call. I'm going to send you an email, and we'll go from there. How's that?
Okay, Josh, really appreciate it. But everybody would check out my website, rickybeavers.com, and I'm on 140 different digital outlets. You can listen to music, Ricky Beavers, Black and Blue.
There you go, rickybeavers.com.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds.
And Josh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you, sir.
All right, Ricky.
Thank you for everything. Okay.
I
enjoy you.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
There you go, folks. rickybeavers.com, throwing his hat in to help in the investigation. Always nice of people that want to help. Caller, go ahead. Where are you calling from?
Texas. Go Cowboys.
Oh gosh.
How you doing?
Well, I was fine until you said the Cowboys, but I'm gonna let that slide. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Obviously this is Eve. I wanted to get something off my chest about Timmy Jimmy here.
Yeah.
It's been bothering me. Well, two things. The drone that he has, to me, first of all, he's got the license to fly this thing. I'm wondering why he hasn't utilized that or come out publicly to say that he has used it to help find Summer.
I mean, he doesn't really take questions. You know what I mean? Like he does.
He's a hard guy to get a hold of. Yes.
until somebody makes him mad and makes fun of his friend or something. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But he's not much of a
there.
he's not much of a question answer. He's not much of a media manager. I don't know if he's a good realtor or a calendar maker or photographer. I don't know, but he's a terrible media manager. Even if he's trying to help, it seems to not. I mean, he flat out what he said. And did you read his statement?
I did.
I mean, it's a lie. It's not true.
Flat out.
And he's talking, and I know exactly who he's talking about. And I mean, everybody knows that I have a good relationship with Chris, but that aside, even if I didn't know either one of them, I'm obviously going to side with the guy who has experience in solving cases, not some guy who put together a like weird beta Windows 95 website that reached out unsolicited to Brandy Neal for some reason. Right. I still don't understand why he did that. But, I don't know why. I bet you he would tell you that he looks quietly, but how are we supposed to know? He doesn't answer questions. No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about answering those questions, Eve. He doesn't care.
I know.
He thumbs it. He really thumbs his nose to everybody.
He doesn't. I don't think he cares about anything except for what his ego thinks is going to do for the better. That's where I think that he's this kind of God complex type, and I call it as I sees it. And if you're going to be close to a family with a missing child, which I highly am against, first of all, for anyone to ever get close to a non-cleared person, parents of a missing child, I suggest getting the facts straight first before going out there and being some kind of media rep. And if you have resources to help find this missing child, you better use them.
I agree.
And shame on you for not.
He's a very pretentious human.
Yes.
At least he comes off that way. And I've even said, like, you come on the show and we could talk. I'll let him talk. I got no problem listening and to what he has to say. But the problem is he says, well, I explained it all on my website, which he's, drives traffic to the website. Fine, whatever. I mean, there is information about Summer on that website. I agree. And I understand that. But
yeah, be a hustler, but don't do it at the expense of this missing child.
Yeah. And his relationship with Dawn, how dare anybody question his motives? How dare anybody question anything that he does? Basically, it's none of our business what's going on with Summer. And, he makes it very clear that he feels that way.
Yeah, well, I have news for him. Too bad.
Well, that's kind of how I feel. I just feel like, hey, man, you obviously you can feel how you want to feel about it, but to blame people that actually care and want to help. And look, is some of it misguided and some of it over the top? Is some of it, what I mean by that is in YouTube, and, are people calling in tips that shouldn't be called in? Yes, I agree with all of that. But these people that do this are actually trying to help. Now, we have to kind of curb what we're really doing here. But come on, I mean, he's not the spokesman for law enforcement. He's barely the spokesman for Dawn and Candace.
Yeah, he's chewed that flavor out of the gum for sure. That's a done deal, Tim. I really want to know if he ever got that their vehicle fixed that he was talking about on that phone call.
Oh, yeah. When he said
It
that he was
bothers me. Did you fix the car?
Tim the mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, if you're such a handyman, you know, a jack of all trades, why are you having such a hard time?
He's trying to say that he's the meteor for our family, but I don't. Well, why do you need a meteor for my family? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Why do you need a meteor for your family?
Meteors out there be like, don't bring me into this, man.
You're giving meteors a bad name. You're giving large space rocks a bad name.
All right, go.
Thank you,
Cowboys.
Eve. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Ring. All right, so let me share this here, Mr. Let's give Tim his all right. Time to shine, Tim. Time to shine. I'm kidding, by the way. He's not shining. All right. So let's read here. Beautiful, beautiful website. Uploaded 8 hours, one day. It's a 2-minute read. Okay, so we're not going to get this 2 minutes of our life back. YouTube videos on Facebook YouTube videos or Facebook theories are not useful tips or wanted by the TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. This includes all channels, regardless. I like that. So I like how he's put the bold on there. This includes all channels, regardless of the number of subscribers or views or public interviews. I mean, we know who he's talking about, right? It is not let's see here. TBI, FBI directly accompanying individuals such as the family PI is not representative of the Summer Wells case. YouTube, Facebook, or social media individuals are not representatives of the Summer Wells case and are not spokespersons for the case in any form. As with all forms of professional media, the purpose is to report what is happening. It is not social media that solves cases, and I would tell you that you're wrong there. I mean, it really helped in the Gabby Petito case and many others, actually. Simply put, no one on social media, as often commented, has, quote, done so much for this case, unquote, and we all know who that's about. But instead, many have caused major impact on the investigation, and not in a good way. I mean, how do you know? How do you know, Tim? Do you work for TBI? Anyone keeping Summer Moon Utah Wells' image and name out in the public is very much appreciated. Well, I didn't know that you were part of the family and that, we bow to you. But anyone treading into law enforcement's perimeters are what the TBI rejects as helpful. This includes any other self-created side angle case. That, my friends, is an absolute reference to Dawn, the pedo in the shadow. Side angle case. Side angle case. That is such a scumbag thing to say, because you know exactly what that case is. What is that case? Oh, yeah. Is it where Dawn is accused of doing bad things? I think it is. I think it is. Side angle case. What's your side angle? The professionals are clearly saying to YouTube and Facebook, social media, to stand down. Not encourage others to intervene with speculations, theories, or quote unquote false information, and let the staffed law enforcement do their job. I agree, Tim. The staff law enforcement should do their job, and I applaud them for doing it. Once again, thank you to anyone using social media responsibly by only keeping Summer Moon Utah Wells' image and name out in the public. Well, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. You know, you take a look at this, includes all channels, regardless of number of subscribers or views or public interviews of a creator. It just so happens that McDonough went on Court TV and was up there, I don't know, for half an hour and did a fantastic job, as he always does, and has done so much for this case. Whether Tim thinks that he has or not, that's immaterial. It's not fact just because that's what he thinks. And it's not fact just because it's something that I think. But I'm telling you, it sure seems like it's the pot calling the kettle black here. And I would turn that around on you, Tim, and say everything that you just wrote in your stupid letter, press release, I think the TBI should tell you to take their name out of it. Are you speaking for all law enforcement agencies involved in this case? No. I mean, you are, but nobody's asked you to. That's standard. That's standard for you. You are not the authority in this case. I'm telling you, dude, I've seen with my own eyes what they've asked and what they've talked about with Chris. I've seen it personally. Now, if you have an email or something that, something that you didn't write, because you seem to love to do that, I would love to hear it. But the fact is that you're wrong. It's just not true what you're saying. It's just not true what you're saying. And to go after somebody, look, you could come after. I'm a layman when it comes to this. I don't know. I don't work a homicide investigation. I've never worked a homicide investigation or a missing persons case in my life. And I'm guessing you haven't either. I know a guy that has. And I've seen the correspondence. Of course, we can't tell you what's on there because, you're not privy to anything, and nor would. Are they talking to you? Are they talking to you? I mean, you really should, there should be some redactions in this. There should be redactions because you're not the authority. No, this is not supposedly Cynthia. This is he. Yes, he did. But he played it down like he does everything else. Like he does everything else. I'm sure TBI is very grateful for Chris's interviews as well as other interviews done on YouTube. Absolutely. And Don's Drunken Call-ins. Yeah, my favorite. Marlena wants you to directly F off, Tim.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But, that's she said it, not me. I'm just the messenger here. I'm the conduit. I'm just the messenger. I don't disagree with her sentiment, but I don't condone that kind of language.
He's trying to say that he's the mediator for our family, but I don't. Well, why do you need a meteor for my family? Like,
I mean, I think about that all the time.
he's a lost cannon. 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 He's trying to say that he's the meteor for our family, but I don't. Well, why do you need a meteor for my family?
I
Like,
mean, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Never has. You know, people might take it more serious if you would just talk out loud instead of, you know, peckerheading the keyboard. I don't even know what a good name for it is. It's like pecker something. Every time I think of it, it's just like what I meant was like he pecks at the keyboard. Maybe he's home row all day. I mean, that's a possibility. Tim Mullins could be home row all day, just hitting the shift 4s cross keyboard, works the 9 pad, like a champion, but he still doesn't know anything about law enforcement in their investigation because nobody likes him and he's the problem. Too much. I don't know. It's just stupid. Please hunt peck typing the Christopher Columbus method. Yeah. Word has it, Tim Mullins types 645 words a minute. He's from 1870. Look, man, I think so too. And thank you so much for that super sticker. That is it's very nice. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, he's a hunter pecker. He hunts and pecks on the keys. I don't know, dude. I don't understand. I don't understand where he gets where does he get the gumption to do that? Well, Marlena, that is a great point. And I feel this way constantly. That's really my biggest problem here. The side angle cases. Marlena says just the fact that he supports and backs an admitted SA is disgusting and makes you question his true intention. Okay, Tim, let's do this. Let's play a game. I'll play, and all you have to do is watch. I'll play the judge and I'll play Dawn. Okay, so here we go. Your Honor, she initiated the inappropriate actions. Oh, she did, Dawn. Yes, Your Honor, she did. Oh, okay. Well, somebody get me the right paperwork, because on this paperwork it says that Dawn is 12 and that his victim was 5. Oh, what's that? That's the right paperwork? Dawn, what do you have to say for yourself? She initiated it. So you weren't the 5-year-old. No. Oh, okay. Lock him up. Bam. I mean, that's your buddy? That's your buddy? She initiated the whole thing. Your Honor, she started the whole thing, I'm telling you. And this is just, my buddy Tim says it's just a side case and just a distraction from my daughter going missing. But, it doesn't, it's not a distraction from Summer's case, because I heard that 2 different cases at one time can be worked in different jurisdictions with different investigators. I've heard that before because I've had criminal charges in all 53 states. Don, there's only 50 states in all 52 states. Don, I thought Puerto Rico was a state. Well, even if you thought that, Don, that would mean that there's only 51. I said 51 states. No, I was 5. She was 12. No, she was 12. I was 5. I'm going to prison. You guys have a nice night.
No.
There is no investigation. This boy has.
There is not, really. It is to me.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I had to put her on the side and where
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy
There
has.
is not, really. It is to me. Right, idiot.
I've done my best. It's hard, you know. That's real tough.
But I had to put her on the side and where was the boys.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz.
There is no investigation. This boy has.
There is not, really. It is to me. But I had to put her on the side and where was the boys. But I had to.
There is no investigation.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I had to put her. But I had to put her on the side and where about the boys.
Don't say any F's and stuff.